Y'all, this is going to be a showdown Saturday night main event. This is live. Hey, y'all, I'm just kind of joking anyway. My name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. This is a channel dedicated to kind of being a home barista. That's the best way to put it. I am a coffee geek 20 years ago when I was in college, like a lot of people. Worked as a barista for a bit, got the bug, and over the last year or so, I've kind of built this crazy collection. I've got about 8 different espresso machines, everything from kind of mobile units like this to good old faithfuls like my DeLonghi ECP and grinders and whatnot and all that good stuff. If you're a coffee geek like me, definitely think about subscribing. I love gadgets. I jokingly say I like gimmicky things too because I do. I like trying everything. I'm 100% okay with that. And every now and then, I do have brands reach out to me to send me some stuff for reviews. So, full disclosure, these two machines right here, I got this from Toonie. I got this from Highbrew and this from Highbrew. Really, really awesome stuff. I really focus on kind of budget tools, but every now and then I also get something cool and high end, like this really neat dye fluid refractometer, which I'm very grateful to have, y'all, because this probably isn't something I would have bought on my own, in all honesty. But this is a really great tool, especially when I do head-to-head showdowns or kind of reviews like this. So today, I am going to be putting head-to-head and testing out gravity distributors. So this is a gravity distributor. I just got this. This isn't something that was sent to me by a brand. I bought this for my birthday. And this is a Normcore. I've wanted one for a really long time. This is an adaptive gravity distributor, and as you can see, it literally has kind of a self-leveling built into it. I really wanted to try it out. I've watched a lot of people use it, and it seems super cool. Then to the left of this, I have my other gravity distributor, and this is by MHW-Bomber. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is really cool. I like it. It's definitely a different type of technology on how they do their gravity distribution. And I'll kind of give you some examples of it. The one thing, I got this and I've loved it, and this has been a good old faithful. But the one thing I've kind of noticed, and it is feedback I got from other people, they were saying that they noticed that their pucks were getting a little more compressed. So let me kind of just show you an example really quick. So the way this works is this piece is what creates that gravity effect. And this is a weighted system. So it's kind of like a counterweight. And that big counterweight pushes down on your espresso. And as long as you're not pushing it down like a tamper, but you're just kind of gradually, you're twisting it to do its distribution. I've had a lot of great pulls from this, and I'm super been happy with it. But the big difference between these two is, like I said, it's that different gravity, style. So as the coffee is in the portafilter, the coffee it's two different elements. Is actually pressing on the interior part, and the exterior part acts more like a self leveler. So it is a different effect, 100%. And I want to test these out. I'm going to go ahead and literally pull the exact same shot, exact same coffee, exact same grind size, and I'm going to go ahead and use the same portafilter and everything. So I got a new portafilter. If you haven't already, check out the video on it. This thing's really awesome. Let me go ahead and clean this out. I forgot to clean the shot from earlier. I'm also going to use the MH-Bomber puck screen to kind of give it a little bit of fairness. This thing has just been a gem. This is a company called Manoa. Let's see, what is it called here? Movana. Movana, that's right. So Movana makes really cool coffee gear, and I'm super impressed with this. It really is something cool. Feels super high end, and I've been really happy with it. Right now, I have a 20-gram basket, IMS basket in there that I got from Very Barista. We are going to be using an MH-Bomber basket. That's been one of my go-to favorites, and that's what we're going to be using tonight. I'm going to be using the MH-Bomber puck screen when I pull both these shots, so they're both being pulled from the exact same everything. Here's the basket. I'm going to be using this in an 18-gram basket. Here's the basket that comes with it. It's a dual layer from this portafilter here. and Minova makes that. So cool, cool. And we're going to go ahead and try this out. We're going to see what our results are tonight, y'all. I hope everyone is having a really good night. It's Saturday night. Woohoo! Normally, I make videos kind of early because it's coffee. But I don't feel like going to bed tonight, y'all. I feel like hanging out with my wife and my kid and all that good stuff. So it's espresso time. So let's have some coffee. So let me go ahead, pop in. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I'm a big fan of this particular one. So I'm going to get some hot water poured through here. Got to clean this cup anyway. Got these fun little novelty cups. And I need to get it cleaned out. Excuse the mess. I've been making a lot of coffee. So definitely excuse the mess here. And guys, and like I said, I really appreciate it. If you are a coffee geek and you were like me, think about subscribing. This channel is really about reaching out into the community. I've had a lot of folks leave comments, leaving good questions. And if you have a question, if I don't have an answer, I'm going to find it for you. I like meeting folks. You are always more than welcome to follow me on Instagram as well. And my Amazon storefront page, if you want to go ahead and see any of the gear that I have. My wife and I both have YouTube channels, so we keep an Amazon storefront page. And in all disclosure, we do get a little portion of that, so it does help support the channel. Tonight, we're going to be using Tanzanian single roast by Good as Gold. Y'all, this stuff is delicious. My kiddo just tried it for the first time. I have a 17-year-old, and he was like, Dad, that's like heavenly coffee. And I gave him, I actually made a very big sprawer for him. He was like, wow, that's like the strongest coffee ever. And, just funny, kind of cracked me up. All right, y'all, let's go ahead, measure out some beans. And we're going to be using the High Brew G5 grinder. This thing has been awesome. And we're going to be grinding this all at an 8. So this thing can go all the way to Turkish. I'm not going to go super fine. I want to get really good results. These beans have just been phenomenal. I've been getting great crema. They were just roasted the last week of last month. So perfect timing. Look at this roast date. It's awesome. Got these on Amazon. Again, have these on my Amazon storefront. Love these beans. They're absolutely delicious. Good as Gold's been one of my favorite roasters on Amazon. Hands down, one of the best. And I'm going to go ahead and do an absolute 18-gram shot. I'm doing about 17 and a half usually, but I think we'll be good. Okay. Hope you all are having a great evening. Hope you're hanging with your family this weekend. Chilling out, you for fun. Coffee to me is really one of my outlets. I mean, purely is a hobby that I love. Okay, so 18 grams. Let's pull our first shot. And like I said, we're going to be, this is really just testing out the two distributors. And I'm going to be honest, guys, it's probably going to be pretty close. But I also just want to demonstrate the difference between the two. Like if you're thinking about a gravity distributor, there's different technology that they all kind of use. And it's kind of good to think about that. I'm one of those geeks where I will watch like 20 review videos. I love watching Han. Oh man, his lives are awesome. Tom's Coffee Corner, Lance, all those good folks. So many good stuff. Coffee Kev, you name it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get our beans going. And we're definitely going to start off with the MH-Bomber. And I really do love MH-Bomber. They make a lot of great stuff. I got their Cyclone distribution tool, which has been a champ. Love it. One of my favorite distribution tools like ever now is this new Lightning one. It's like a switchblade for coffee. Isn't that cool? Love that. Love that. We're going to be using that tonight to do our WDT work. Okay. And we're going to get fancy pants too. It's a fancy pants night. It's Saturday, y'all. You gotta get fancy pants on Saturday night. We're gonna go ahead and put this on our blind shaker. And this is a MHW-Bomber blind shaker. Like I said, I love MHW-Bomber. I think they do some really awesome stuff. I've always been happy with what they do. But I did, what someone had left a comment where they had bought the distributor and they felt like it was kind of tamping their puck. And then I kind of noticed it doing that a little bit myself, but we're going to see here. You know, I don't think that's the case, but I have noticed a little bit of a difference. So let's test it. Okay, so I'm just giving this a little shake. And this is actually a 51 millimeter, so I'm going to go ahead and put a dosing ring on this. Okay. This is the problem when you got so much. Yeah, space is a premium in my little coffee corner here. Here it is. Okay. If you ever have a workflow tip, feel free to share it. You know, share it with everybody. Share it with me. I'm always up to find out different ways of doing things. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, right? Okay, so let's go ahead, get our WD tool. It's nice and clean. Put the blind shaker right there. All right, let's do some WDT magic, and then the star of the show, the distribution. Yeah, I am a huge fan of this Lightning WDT. It's been nice and fluffy. Okay. Let me angle this a little bit so y'all could see this a little better, because that is what we're doing here. We're checking these distributors. So here is the distributor for MH-Bomber. And like I said, you could see how it kind of, it's really the main piece. It doesn't go down the same way. It's not like a self-leveling, but where it's going to do is you're going to fill it, you're going to fill resistance. And the purpose is not to push it down. And I think that's where the first time where I was kind of having the issue, it's because I was applying pressure. You definitely just want to apply that pressure on the side just to turn it, and you're going to get great results. So if you have this one or you're thinking about it, like I said, I've gotten really beautiful shots from this, but it's just a different kind of way of thinking about it. And then I'm going to use the tamper, the force tamper from MHW. Okay, this is spring-loaded, self-leveling tamper. It's been one of my favorite tampers. Really love, again, that. Here's the puck in there, all ready to go. Got my puck screen. And we're going to hit this with a little bit of air just to clean it up. And let's get our shot pulled. Nice shot. We're going to go for a double. And we're going to do big glasses here today. Big glasses. Okay. Let's go ahead and zero that out. Let me get this better angle for y'all to see. Okay. Here we go. See, I love the way this new Portafilter is cut out so you can see it better. We're going to go for about 45. Probably 40 to 45, something like that. And this is the MHW-Bomber distributor that we just used. I love the way it looks so far. Nice and clean. Stop it right there. See where it ends. The Toonie does not have a three-way solenoid valve. Okay, so it is manual. It's a semi-automatic, but I was using the manual function. Okay, so let's go ahead, give this a little taste-a-roo here, and we're gonna test this out in the TDS, with a refractometer. Looks nice, right? Okay. What's really cool about the Toonie, it has a dual heating element system. So if I wanted to steam and brew my espresso, I could do it all at the same time, pulling it. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's go test this out. Wow, 10.46. And that was right about 44 grams. Okay. Cheers. Let's give this a little taste. Oh, that is delicious. Oh my goodness. Walnut finish, cinnamon, definitely chocolate. You gotta throw the chocolate in there. It's a Tanzanian single origin. This is the pea berry. Oh man, this is delicious. That is arguably one of the best shots I've had. And I've said this with the other shot I had with this Tanzanian coffee. And I'm telling y'all, this stuff is delicioso. Very, very good. Look at that, 10.46. So that was the MH-Bomber. Again, I'm not going to come over here and say, oh, MH-Bomber, how dare you, or getting that particular one's a bad choice. I think they're both good choices. It's just which one is the best one for your workflow. I have a lot of different tools. And, I also have this distributor here, versus the old school distributor. Sometimes I prefer to use one over the other. A lot of times, my wife is always like, you already had a distributor. That's what she said to me the other day. Why do you need another one? I just laughed because it's like saying to me, like, and ladies, please don't take us the wrong way. It's like saying, why do you need another pair of shoes, or why do you need another sandals? And you might be a coffee person. Why do you need Ray-Ban glasses? So many pairs of Ray-Ban glasses. Whatever your vice is. Well, coffee's a little bit my vice. I love coffee, and I am a geeky person. I like kind of having the different tools and all that stuff. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you're like, dude, you're crazy. Hey, you could say that. You could think, hey, dude, you're crazy. Oh my goodness. And just to let everyone know, I had someone watch one of my lives and they were like, boy, your camera work is terrible. And believe me, I'm just one dude. I'm not, none of these videos are paid sponsored videos. I'm not some person that's in the pocket of, the grinder companies or something like that. I am somebody's old dad that just goofs around and makes coffee on YouTube. So you fit one of those categories. You're a geek for coffee and you're in good company. But yeah, so I'm sorry if the camera work or the audio's a little off every now and then. I'm a dude filming something on my iPhone. I'm just saying, I don't got a coffee crew. There is a really cool channel I love to watch. I won't say the name, but the person has a really distinctive, cool voice. But my wife always says it sounds like AI. And the other day, I watch this channel. I like it a lot. Like, I'm not dissing it. Trust me, I'm not. I really am not. But I didn't realize it, but there was a whole production company behind this channel. And they get some really cool stuff. And I love their videos. But I actually looked them up. They have a really cool website. But they literally are, it's like a whole team of people. That's not me. I don't have a team of people. I'm just me. So, anyway. Again, not a diss to anyone has a team of people, but not everyone on YouTube are some professionals with alternative motives. Some of us are just coffee geeks. All right, guys. So I got 18 grams. There we go. Oh, so 18.1. It's a tenth. Whatever. I think we're good. let's go ahead and grind these beans up, and then we'll go on to the star attraction here, the Normcore. I am super impressed with the Normcore. I'm gonna just tell you guys that right now. I've really enjoyed it. I'm very curious. I don't think it. I don't know if it's gonna give me a bigger scale rating or whatnot, but you know, I've been really happy with it. I felt like they're both really good choices, but if I had to choose one, I probably would have put my money on the Normcore. Okay. And again, we're gonna blind shake this one as well. I love this blind shaker. This is another MH-Bomber. There we go. Cool. All right. Time to do some shaking. Shake, rattle, and rolling. All right. And the moment of truth. Let's clean this puppy out. And we'll diagnose a puck. Here's the puck. Nice and hot. Clean up top. I think that definitely got evenly distributed. So, pretty stoked. Even the puck screen came out pretty clean. This is what I love about using a bottomless portafilter and a mirror. Yes, I need to clear my mirror. But you can really diagnose how you're doing your shots. And then, you know, finally, you look at the gauge up top. If you have a espresso machine with a gauge, and then you look at finally your puck, see how that works, see how that looked. There's so many different ways to figure out, hey, did I pull a good shot? Well, I should say ultimately, then you can get one of these puppies and use it to test it. But I'm just saying there's so much you can do even beyond that point, and you should be doing. All right, guys. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead, grab the distributor. Looks so good. Smells really good. Wish I could send you guys how this smells via the internet. You know, big question too. What's your technique for doing your WT? You know, is there a certain amount of rotations you do? Is there a certain way that you do it? Curious. You know, I kind of just go with the flow, but you know, I've always wondered if there's some really good suggestions in that area. Okay, so star of the show here, Normcore. I love the way that looks. And when I put down, I can actually put full pressure on this because I know that it's not smashing it down. So I'm not worried about that. And that's kind of one of the things I really like about it is I just know that I'm going to get really good results. You know, I'm not really worried about that part like I mentioned with the pressure. Hitting it with the tamper. Let's take a look. That look nice? It looks really good. Let's go ahead and do the puck screen up top. Clean it up just like I did with the one before. Okay. Let's load it in. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and pull this coffee. And don't worry about this timer. This is the hard thing. I keep forgetting to set the timer. Someone had just left a comment to me saying, "Hey, can you time your shots a little often?" You know, guys, I try to, but you know, I'm trying to develop the good habits. That's probably one I need to work on. I really would like a machine that had the timer built in. All right, so again, I'm going to stop it right about 40. It's probably going to give me about 44. Really want to get the same amount as I got before. Nice. Very good. I'm going to stop it right here because this is what I did last time to kind of get to that point. All right, let's take that off. Okay, so that's pretty similar to what I had before. Again, this doesn't have a three-way solenoid valve, so it doesn't cut it off. There is volumetrics if I do a two-shotter, but I do like pulling it manual too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's stir this up. I think it looks delicious. There's just no other way to say it. I think this looks really good. Look at that crema. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I cannot wait. Okay, let's go ahead and test this puppy out. Again, this is the Normcore. Oh man, that is creamy. Goodness gracious. Okay. The last one was a 10 point something. Oh my goodness gracious. 11.30. 11.30. Wow. So even higher. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, y'all. Take a look at that. That's the Normcore, 11.30. Now, there could be a lot of different factors in there. Water ratio is the biggest one. I tried to get it right at the same amount, but let's give this a try. That's what we got to do. We got to test it. I have to for science. Goodness gracious. Dang, I didn't think I could get a better shot. Wow. Oh man, that is absolutely delicious. Let's try the other one again. This is the MH-Bomber. Same puck screen, same basket, same amount of coffee, everything the same. Delicious. Really good. This one doesn't have the same mouthfeel. This is already, it's gotten a little colder. So, I mean, I'll give it that, but still a delicious pull of espresso. I'll clean this glass up a tiny bit. All done. Oh my goodness. But y'all, this is crazy good. Good as gold. Y'all rocked out on this. The Tanzanian single origin pea-berry stuff is delicious. I cannot recommend them more. Go to my Amazon storefront page or check them on Amazon. They're just really good. I got some new beans today at the store. My wife and I went out shopping, and I'm going to try those probably tomorrow or the next day. Y'all, just kind of a couple things to let you know. I have some really cool stuff coming. So there is a really neat manufacturer of hand grinders that's on par with folks like Timor, Espresso, some of the big names. I won't say who it is until I get the actual grinder in. I'm hoping they send me the grinder. But they did reach out to me, and they said they were going to send me this hand grinder, which is very espresso capable and very highly rated. It's one of these that all the social media people have it now. Y'all, I can't wait to try that. So that's coming. Gevi is sending me their budget-friendly espresso machine that's very similar to these, okay? But not quite the same, but very similar. And I cannot wait to try that out. I've already got that earmarked for my teenager. We're going to give him a little bit of an upgrade on his espresso machine. But we are going to test that thing out. We're going to try it. I'm super excited to get it. They're an awesome company. I have an all-in-one machine that I got from them with 58 millimeter. This one's a 51. I love going back and forth between 51 and 58. My tools are kind of, I have, different tools built for different things, but those are the two that I really kind of go with a lot. I need to get a 54. I need to get a Breville in here. This is from this morning. But y'all, I cannot wait. We're going to have some really cool stuff. I have a couple other brands reaching out to me too that make some other really cool gear that I'm super excited about showing y'all and reviewing. So it's just really cool. The best support you could give me is by following me on my channel, liking, subscribing, saying hello, leaving a comment. Seriously, y'all, for a small YouTuber like me, that's that's the world. Like, I know that sounds silly, but I'm not really doing this like I mentioned. I'm not doing this channel. This isn't for some big financial thing. I like connecting and I like hearing from you. It means the world to me. Follow me on Instagram. I've got a lot of really great questions in the comments, just especially recently about. There was one from, oh man, I'm trying to remember your handle, Silverado. Trying to remember the first part, but the gentleman by the part of his handle, Silverado, saying how he's getting some sour pucks out of his ECP, the Longi, and he has literally the exact same ECP as I have right over here. And everything he's doing sounds really right. And I actually kind of felt really bad because I'm trying to think of a bit more advice I can give him, but he's doing everything really well. Has the right tools and everything. Sometimes I'm going to tell you guys this too. I love supporting my local roasters, but I have a local roaster that I really, really like, and I like visiting their cafe. And I noticed that when I got their beans, and I've got beans from them 3 times lately, where they taste a little sour. And I think my local roaster, and this is just one local roaster, and when I mean local, the cafe is like less than a mile from my house. I have a feeling maybe the beans aren't being roasted to the fullest potential. And the only reason why I say that is because I do notice that when I do my grinding, they're really hard to go through my grinder. So I've just, before my experience has been, maybe those are a little greener. Maybe the roaster didn't roast all the way through. Now I have another local roaster that's just perfect. Every single time I get beans from them, there is a local roaster here who's named Grouchy Mule, where I live in Central Florida, who just makes some of the best South American beans out there. I just love what they do. And I'm friends with them on Instagram. I really suggest finding local roasters you can really trust. But I'm going to say this, some folks don't always get it right. So that's why, personally, I have good old faithfuls like this. This is a local roaster. I forget what state they're in. But Good as Gold is definitely a local roaster. They've been roasting since 1969. Check them out. Follow them on Instagram. They're very active on Instagram. But every single thing I get from them is amazing. I just got their donut store. Loved it. Loved it. But yeah, I was kind of shocked because he was telling me that some of his shots have been coming out sour. And he's even using filtered water, a distributor, a 20-gram basket, bottomless. And I'm telling y'all, the ECP DeLonghi, let me show you again. This is one of the best, hands down, budget machines, good old faithfuls you could ever buy. I got that one for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. Right now on Amazon, they go for about 150 to 200. Y'all, that is a great machine. It has a boiler. There's just a lot of really cool stuff about it that I think is awesome. So if you're ever looking for a good machine that's just kind of simple, it really, Tom's Coffee Corner does a great video comparing the ECP with the Gotcha Classic. And the truth is, they are very similar, like as results. And I know that sounds crazy, and so people will, let me type what I think in the comments. And that's okay, you can think that. But I'm just telling you, if you're ever looking for a really good machine, that's one of them. So I wish I had a better answer for Silverado. I really do. I'm sorry, my friend. It sounds like you're doing some good stuff. I actually had suggested possibly trying maybe some different beans. Maybe that was it, because he was talking about going from a local roaster. But, I love stuff like that. Even if it's something that I don't know or I can't give you the answer to, I'm going to try to do it. I tried to find, gave him some suggestions. I tried to, I love that stuff. So please stump me, because we're all just kind of learning from each other. That's kind of the big thing. That's really why I started this channel. We all learn from each other. Hey, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Again, my name's Tony. Remember, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM. Seriously, it's fun, guys. I definitely appreciate it. You all have a great night. Have a good weekend. Hang out with your families. Make some good coffee. I don't know what time zone you're in, but go make some good coffee. It's a little late for me, but hey, that's all good. Hey, have a good one. Thanks for watching.